Hello guys, welcome to the channel for another video. Thank you so much for being here, and we have to do some community notes work here, like on Twitter. Too bad YouTube doesn't have that, so we have to do their work. I was scrolling through the news, and what do I see? Another article of Amber H from the book of the PR victim, right? So we gotta get some pushback and correction. So this article states that Amber Heard first premiere since Johnny Depp trial required extra security in Italy at the 69th Festival of Taormina. Yesterday you have seen fairly well the video of Amber H walking around through the people, escorted by nobody with her cast. So to me nothing suggested that there was extra precaution taken because they were required, because Johnny Depp supporters launched some threats online or whatever. I mean, again, the usual playbook of the victim to create, you know, this whole image that, oh, the woman it's been mistreated, which is simply PR. It's PR, and it's also not aging very well. You know why? Because there are video corroborating otherwise, and also testimony of people that went to the theater, which we're gonna read in a second, and I find absolutely hilarious. So this Pascal Borno, which is the dude producer, told Variety that there were concerns from festival organizers as well as in the fire producers ahead of Heard's appearance that there would be demonstration by Depp supporters at the event. He had to persuade the Italian police to provide extra security amid the online threats Heard has received. They look it seriously, and afterwards I promised them selfies with Amber, Borno said. So I'm telling you, that dude, this dude right here, this freaking dude right there with too much suntan, promised police people a selfie using Italian taxpayer money for an extra security. This is just... it's just bogus stuff. And the proof is right here. This is one of the video. She's casually walking through the people. Those people, like, you know, just saying like Amber H, oh, they don't even know who she is. In fact, this guy started to sing the Indiana Jones theme halfway through, because there are some Indiana Jones cosplayer here probably waiting for the premiere of Indiana Jones.
Non documentario su Pavarotti, eccezionale. Dai play. Detto da te, e poi c'è Amber Heard qui, vedi.
They're talking about the performance of a Pavarotti something, and then, you know, just because she's there, and we also have Amber Heard here. See, literally, look at this. All the people here, nobody gives a damn. Nobody's shouting anything against her. Nobody's saying Johnny Depp stuff. Nobody simply cares. And also, does it look like to you that there is police escorting her, that there is extra security? This is just literally her cast members or whatever, publicists walking with her. People are behaving, probably they're waiting for other celebrity to come by. Matter of fact, when you know, one of the guy here has to cheer up her and the director or the producer, she gets like 4 applause.
Let's do Eduardo and Amber together. Okay. Amber, that's Amber. Really?
Real. Just in case. And that's it. And this is many of the video that show that basically people are just behaving properly. Nobody's booing her. Matter of fact, nobody's applauding her. There is no need for extra security. It's just a fanfare. It's just a farce. Just to create this idea, oh, the victim, you see, we have to still sell the fact that the woman, it's been mistreated. It's exhausting, this stuff. It's absolutely exhausting.
Eduardo Noriega, Amber Heard.
You see, literally, some of the paparazzi, 4 people, 3 people applauding, that's it. And the irony here is that there are basically some reports from people, like this one here. In the Fire lacks originality, poorly portrays autism and trying to cure an autistic child. All make me very sad in this day and age. The theater in Italy is absolutely stunning. Undecided Groom was what we paid to watch. This was a free bonus if we could manage to stay. Around 30-35 people stayed. Some dozed off. Some left halfway through. By the end, there was maybe 12 people left. I mean, this is people that went there. This is actually a statement from Amber H. We're going to read in a second. And this is another from Mrs. K38. Not a vibe at all. Next. I went to the festival for the Undecided Groom, which was amazing in my opinion. Was shown before in the Fire did, so I decided to stay to see what it was all about, as I had only seen the trailer. So I watched the movie. It was awful in itself. The plot of the movie seemed interesting to me, as I love the based in a different periods of history, but this one just wasn't it. In my opinion, the other cast member did okay, especially the little boy Martin. His performance was perfect. I think if the movie is successful at all, he will be the reason it succeeded, not the rest of the cast. However, the priest and the father could use some work on their acting skills. But the worst acting was done by the leading lady, Grace. She had absolutely no clue what she was doing. I get this is acting, but it was way bad. She tried way too hard to play the part, and it failed miserably. Sorry. She definitely should get an award for the worst wannabe actress of all time. She definitely has something on the director to get the part. I got to witness when the In the Fire cast showed up. Miss Earth was stumbling around and had to be held up constantly. The cast was uncomfortable around her. Even when it came to cast photos, they didn't want to touch her, especially the men, but they didn't want the bad publicity. The look on their faces, I felt bad for them all. There was such a weird vibe when the cast walked by us. It all seemed off and staged. Not many people paid any attention to her, but if glaring could, well, you know, the rest of the quote, I heard one person say her name and they were standing next to a camera, so I'm not sure if I was a fan of a paparazzi. Other than that, I saw no sign held up for her or fans anywhere. I could have just missed them if there was. There was also no people booing her. So actually there was one person probably against stage that was holding a thing like I stand with Amber Heard. Absolutely stage fake stuff. I started around 11:30. There were a lot of people in the audience, maybe 20 or 30, and they were having it and they were having it all. The vibe in the theater was cold and uncomfortable. You could tell nobody wanted to be in the same room with Amber. They did laugh a lot, as I did. I couldn't help. It was bad acting. It was funny. It was like watching a toddler act minus the cuteness. So I wanted to like it minus her, but I just couldn't. The director should be ashamed for putting out a movie like this. Wasn't ready and it needed a better cast. Or should I say a better leading lady. But I will say this Amber was the talk of the festival, and not in a good way. People just wanted her to go away. Nobody wanted her there. I don't recommend this movie to anybody. So this is, of course, a person, you know, a person opinion, a person being there. And the movie is bad. The movie is trailing at 1.8. Actually, did it change to 1.8? Let me see. Or it's still at 1.7. No, here's still 1.7. So pretty bad movie, and already the popularity fell to 4,580. So this is, again, you know, like, this is a person that basically burned their chance at stardom, you know, because was based not really on a lot of talent, was based just on most likely the narcissistic you know, tendencies of social climbing, using whatever tools available to get there. And we know how she got there. And now that you know, the trampoline, you know, was taken away, you don't have nothing to rely on because the talent is just not there. So I'm in control for the most part of what comes out of my mouth, she said. What I'm not in control is how my pride in this project and all we put into this film can be surrounded by clips of other stuff. That's a big thing I had to learn, that I'm not in control of stories other people create around me. That's something that probably I'll appreciate as a blessing further down the line. Right now, I just kind of want to not have you know, stone's throw at me so much. So let's get the elephant out of the room then, and just let me say that I'm an actress, I'm here to support a movie, and that's not something I can be sued for. So again, she, you know, she does the little dig at the end there to her ex-husband, even though she initiated all of this, right? This person has still the audacity to give the dig, you know, at the end when she was found to act with actual malice. This type of stuff, this type of detail show actually who you're dealing with. A person that it's in complete denial, that it's in refusal of actually what it's been proven in the court of law, and actually the majority of the population of the world knows. Nobody here wants to hate on this person. Nobody wants to wish anything wrong on this person. We just don't want to deal with the fake news that they're trying to push her down our throat again, as if nothing happened. You know, you say whatever you want, you do whatever you want, but we don't want this type of articles claiming, oh, extra security because the poor girl, she was mistreated. Man, this stuff will never fly the other way around. If Johnny Depp was found guilty of something, he would have disappeared forever. Still to this day, he doesn't get the proper media coverage. This woman still gets this fake PR coverage, which is actually absolutely abhorrent and actually against real victim of DV. I mean, it's insane, and honestly, this type of stuff, it's freaking crazy. I mean, I'm just exhausted. Anyway, guys, please consider subscribing. Also suggest some other stuff you would like to watch together with me. Let's keep, you know, expanding. I really ask you as a favor. Some feedback will be deeply appreciated. Also, share the video. The more you share, you leave a like, you post it on your Twitter, and so on and so forth. You help the algorithm, and you help also, you know, those videos to find new audience so that we can keep growing together. Thank you so much. I'm eternally grateful for your support. Ciao.